everyone, and welcome to Peak Crusader Mission Christian Warrior Talk, our fellowship program here at Peak Crusader Mission, a church for veterans, first responders, and patriots, where we come together, like I said, in fellowship, celebrate our victories, to learn from our setbacks, and to invest in one another.
Hello. After all that intro, hello, hello, hello.
So I am Jason Perry.
I am Lauren Perry, and I am here tonight for now.
For now. She can go poof at any time with awesome baby Anya's sleeping schedule. So it is, so for those of you who are new to the program, during this program, Strength and Honor version, when you come on, log on and say Strength and Honor, and we will give you a
Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor.
And we will toast you. So if you have a problem with alcohol, and I don't want to cause you to stumble. So if you have a problem with drinking, don't drink alcohol. Get sweet tea, get unsweet tea, get water, get Gatorade. I don't care what you do. Just don't set yourself back to take part in this program. It's not required.
It is about the act of fellowship, not act of drinking.
If you are like a vast majority of people out there and do not have a problem with adult beverages, then by all means, partake, enjoy. Let's model how to drink responsibly and show that Christian warrior or Christian fellowship does not have to suck, right? It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be joyless. It can be as fun as anywhere else. So I would like to start off with a Strength and Honor to Chris.
Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor.
As little baby girl.
I would also like to start off with a Strength and Honor for my wife, who crushed it this week on the farm, helping me get projects done.
Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor.
I'll give one right back to you because we have a lot of projects complete. Thanks.
Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor.
So we got a lot done this week.
Progress.
And things that are nice, things that are making a difference in the quality of our life.
Yes.
So, hey, Linda.
Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor.
We got the cow chute done.
Step 2 of it done. Yeah. So
Not the milk station, just the cow chute.
Yeah. So they are out of the primary field.
And they're not in Gen Pop anymore.
Day 2. So I was able to do it by myself yesterday. And then today, mostly by myself. Jason stepped in at one point for the shuffle because Solomon was crowding the gate and Margot was being obnoxious. So
yeah,
still working on the transitions, but a lot better. I'm able to actually milk by myself, which is saving Jason a lot of time.
Yeah, Margot is ridiculous.
She's very forward.
She is a 1,000-pound Labrador.
And she's Odin.
What's up, Russell?
Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor, Strength and Honor.
Awesome, Chris. Y'all set up. I'm sure you're much more prepared than we were when our cast came out.
Yeah, you actually know what how to build.
We've been planning for them for months now.
We just rolled with it.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that done. We got 2 new Pigos, which if you guys haven't
Would you like
seen,
to share about that?
Sure.
Go ahead. Oh, you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so Jason's been searching for another red wattle for a little while now.
Red wattle boar.
So we wanted a pure red wattle breeding pair. We have Peg already, and so he's been looking for a boy, and he finally found one. And he left on Thursday to go get him. And he called me. He's like, you'd never guess what happened. The farmer is a great guy.
Ernie is a great dude.
And was just really into what we're doing here with the church farm and asked if he could give Jason a female for free. So Jason, of course, said, yeah.
Heck yeah. And he gave us a red wattle Berkshire cross, which is the next kind of pairing that we want to do here after we get a red wattle on
So
us.
she's super cute. Did we send you a picture to Teams if you want to share it?
Sure.
Does that work? So he came home with 2 Pigos instead of 1. They are 8 weeks, we think. She's a little smaller than he was, but it's also crazy to have the comparison because he's about the size that Peg was when
and
we
she
got
has
her.
exploded.
And seeing how much they've grown in the 5 weeks that we've had them is crazy.
The other thing I want to say is how I was really impressed with how much, even after just moving them, like I thought having to put them in the crates would set back the relationship
Oh yeah, no, they were fine.
with the animals. And then I'm in there rubbing their bellies.
Yeah.
You know, they're totally just chilling, loving their new pen. You know, which the new pen is way bigger than the last pen.
It's way better, and we'll show you here. Let me get this off to Teams. So yeah, we'll tell you about how moving the pigs went today when we were ready.
In a monsoon.
That was fun.
Because God loves the story.
And we are suckers for punishment.
Well, we just don't stop. We got to continue making progress. We have all right, let me show you guys this.
Yeah, so they got moved over to the barn area today. We decided, so we got a hot wire set up for them that we would not need to run the hog panels that they've been using so far, and they've been just flipping them like practically.
So this is the female on the right,
Yeah.
and the male on the left, and they were, you know, when they say, you know, trying to catch a greased pig, we were trying to do that in a ton of mud.
2 big ones were like, no problem.
Yeah, the 2
We'll
big
go
ones
in
were
for
like, we
food.
trust you. We, you know,
These 2
They're
we've
not
known
gonna-
for 24 hours.
we've known and these 2 grease lightning. Trying to catch them was ridiculous.
In the rain, in the mud pit that they've turned that back little section into. There's a bush behind the trees, and they were like just running circles around us. But after the second attempt, we gave it a break in the rain.
I mean, it was thunder and lightning, like hurricane rain, like really heavy.
Can I
issues.
share about the?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is awesome.
All right.
This
So-
is so when everyone tells you, "Hey, we want a farmstead," you know, this is, you know, let's
There's I don't
let's
know if you- I don't
homestead.
know
They
if you've
said.
seen on. Oh yeah, there's that saying, but then there's Instagram videos going around
Yeah.
right now. The real
That they have
audio
Blake.
people.
Is it Blake Shelton's
I'm not
voice?
sure.
We're
saying-
farming.
Woo,
farming!
So we kept saying that to us today ourselves because we
In
were
the
just, like
pouring
so
rain.
miserable.
Covered head to toe in mud.
So we got Al over, and then we got Peg loaded up because we were putting them in the dog crate, lifting them onto the Ranger.
And they're
moving them
not
over.
light.
And so we got Peg up, and we're like, woo, we're farming. And it was pouring rain. And we had some of the dog fence. So it was the T-post and chicken wire on the ground, kind of over by the side that Jason had pulled up from where it was when we built the cow chute. And he's like, I'm probably going to run over that. I don't know what was in your mind when you said that you forecasted that you were going to run over. And so we got like 20 feet away, and we just hear and like stop.
Now we're in the rain. We have kids crying.
Yeah, Anya
Oh
woke
my
up early
God.
from nap. All this stuff. So get out.
I'm just looking
And
at my
there's-
face right now, trying to see if I still have dirt somewhere on me. I mean,
There is woven wire just wrapped all around the tire, all around the axle, and the T-post was like, it was ugly. And Peg is up there, like wondering what the heck,
Freaking out.
Why is this trip taking way longer than it's supposed to? So I'm down there using the wire cutters, like strand by strand, trying to figure out how to unwrap this. And B was like, we have a big tub of water. The 150-gallon stock tank was like right next to that, and B was playing in it all. And I heard Jason telling her to leave me alone, that I was working, and I feel this water being poured on my back, and I was like, Jason, what are you letting her do? And he's like, I'm not doing anything. Peg peed on me.
Lauren is covered in pig pee.
And it was coming right down out of the back of the tractor on it. I was like,
You kept it cool.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
yeah, so it was fun.
Lauren kept a great attitude.
So I was covered
even
in
covered in
mud
and
pig
cow
pee,
urine.
Pig pee.
Sorry, pig urine.
Oh my goodness. So thank God nothing damaged the Ranger. I was able to get it all unwrapped, and we carried on, got Peg over there, and then we had to give it a break because the two little ones were like not having it. So.
Yeah, they were screaming and crying. So there is all four of them. You can't really
little
tell
Peg
the side. There is Peg. She's
She
in the
was
bushes,
so
destroying the bush. She was
happy.
going crazy. She's running around in circles. They're like dogs. I go zipping by now on the four-wheeler, on the side-by-side, and they run alongside the fence.
Okay, so let's talk about electric fence here. Okay, so we're
farming!
We're farming.
Wait, today.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
We both got zapped a couple days ago when we were finishing the cow chute. Woody, who I don't think is on here right now, told us that when we unhooked the wire at the new gate opening, it would deactivate the fence. So I'm in there trying to help Jason twist this wire to connect this chute panel on, and
It'll wake you up in the morning. It will wake you up.
And then Jason got zapped.
Yeah.
And then I got it again. So it works. And it's the same thing that we're running. You can see in the picture for the pigs. And so they got it a couple times yesterday. We put it up in the old enclosure so they would start learning it yesterday, and they all got it. And then today we moved them over to this new one, and it's no panels, just wire. And I can't remember which pig got it first over there, but then Valkyrie got it. She screamed. And then a chicken got it. And they took off like down the field. And then when I went out to feed them dinner, Peg got it. Odin got it really bad. And Dylan got it. So they've all gotten the fence now. So Odin was like up in between because he kind of stuck his head into it and he went like up, down, up, down. It was like he would not. He didn't want anything. Yeah. And Dylan, she recovered actually faster than I thought. So yeah, we're farming. Good stuff. They all deserve it. They all deserve it.
They all deserve it. They've been eating the pig.
I had to look up there. I was like, will electric wire fry a chicken? Like,
yeah.
It didn't though. It was okay.
Yeah. It puts a whopping on you, but it's so awesome, to finally feel accomplished. We still don't have like the milk station built.
No, but at least we have something that takes the edge
got the
off.
stanchions built. We've got gravel down, and we got another 2 tons of gravel added today that we are going to farm fit together tomorrow.
Farm fit. You guys ever want to lose weight, get in shape?
Yeah.
Get a farm.
You don't need CrossFit, just farm.
Get
fit.
a farm.
Yeah. And so we're we're going to be getting that done, and then hopefully we might even start being able to pour some concrete. So
As long as it's not all a solid block.
yeah,
from all
we've
this
had
rain.
140 bags of concrete here. It's been raining. It's been wrapped, but it's been raining. So I'm worried that we're going to run into some. Yeah, I hope it's going to go bad. And it's been ultra humid. Last year we've been here. So let's talk about Johnson City.
Mhm.
Last year we got here and it was the rainiest, wettest.
We had a pond.
coolest- Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a pond and it was cool, and we didn't hit 90s till late July.
And it was like intermittent. A
Yeah, it
couple
was
days,
like
then a couple
a day or
days.
two, and then we hit this heat wave with the rest of the country, and
It's been
it's been thick. You step outside. I think I went through 4 changes of clothes today.
pig mud being one reason.
Mud, rain, and just sweating through everything, and it's been quite,
Definitely different than last year. So,
So-
noted. We don't know what's normal, what's not normal yet. Being this is
no
only
one's
our
saying that
second.
this is normal. Everyone's like,
Yeah, I know this is above what the
yeah.
average is for the area for sure.
Yeah.
And we're having a little reprieve this weekend, and it's going right back up next week.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm hoping we don't have a summer in 90 degrees. That'd be
yeah, let's
terrible.
get this out of its system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so that's
So some other things to consider that when you're homesteading, if you don't have a well, your water bill is going to go up.
we've
Ours doubled. Our water bill doubled because the cows require a lot of money. Now I also did buy a pressure washer, and I pressure
Yeah, I
washed
think
one
part of
day,
it is
but
that one of our hoses doesn't turn off all of the way, even when you have like the end
I haven't
nozzle.
totally done, like I did that today and I couldn't get it to come out at all.
Okay, so
Just need a little. Claudia.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
awesome, Claudia.
That's great. Glad to hear you guys are
Oh,
doing
and
it.
so John
So
is there
John-
as well.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
So we're also
We've been
pulling out
making butter. So you guys are stealing your meat. I've been making butter.
Well, we haven't had any meat. We don't have any meat yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eggs
we're in
next,
the
but
investment.
we are.
Eggs should be like I'm expecting to go out there and step on an egg any day.
They should be soon. Let me hear. I'll count while you are.
So so we got the pigs in their secondary home, right? We had the baby pen or the nursery pen that we called it, where we brought them in and we befriended them. Woody said he's always around.
Strength and honor. Strength
Lauren's
and
got
honor.
some
Woody!
issues
Strength
with
and honor.
you.
Did you hear about my fence story? Did you hear
Yeah.
that the fence still works when we unhook it? Let's see. You went in March, right, to the conference. It was March when my parents came down, and you went to the.
March or April.
I think it was March.
You're talking about this year?
Yes.
No, it was not March. I can look it up. You're talking about Mike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is that?
No,
called?
yeah, it was. Okay,
March?
got it. You're good. I can count now.
Okay.
Right.
So, anyways, we're not in the meat yet, but we're also going all out. So we're going to be getting. What he said, it keeps the heart rate up.
It does.
He said no.
No, what? No, you didn't hear the story? We'll talk, Woody, next time you're here.
She was cussing you
I was
out.
not.
Yeah, not like using foul language, but Woody, he said that woman,
When you're not being extra careful because you think you can have your guard down around the wire, Woody,
yeah.
it's extra bad.
And poor Gracie got zapped, sniffing the hook. But so anyways, so we're going all in. We're getting, we got 2 more pigs, which the pigs are going to be able to breed soon. relatively soon, I think. They're getting really big, and I think we're going to be able to meet a pig if we wanted to meet Al,
Yeah.
probably by fall.
I think so.
I mean, he's over 100 pounds now. He's got to
You think?
as heavy as that cage was when he was in it today. It was either really awkward weight or whatever, but it was.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
So, so we're gonna go get a Highland cow bull next week that we're very excited about. The end of next week because our loan, because here's one thing I want to say. There is one benefit to the coming collapse that we're going to talk about, where we're going to be in it's going to make the greatest recession look like a joke. It's going to be a borderline depression, which we're not going to celebrate. But watching all these lazy realtors and everybody who's been in the real estate market who has sucked for 7 years, right? I can't think of a worse, more dishonest, lazy profession.
Well, and especially recently, they've been able to
than most realtors. Like I'm not saying that all realtors are do nothings, but every do nothing becomes a realtor. And they don't find you your house. You send them the address. They walk in there. They can't tell you anything because it's against federal law for them to tell you anything. They fill out some simple paperwork for you. And then they take 3%, so they get a check for $12,000 or whatever for nothing most of the time, right? And then
it had been unhooked for more than a minute.
Yeah. Then you have the inspectors, which have sucked, right? Then you have the appraisers, which suck. The title companies that suck. I mean, you talk about a industry. It's like the airlines, right? The airlines used to have great customer service. You could call them, you could talk to someone. And then COVID hit, and it's like they forgot how to do
fell
business.
apart, yeah.
And they forgot, instead of I remember calling to change my flight, and I was on hold for 6+ hours.
So people were waiting over 24 hours at its peak worstness.
It's like, how did you forget how to do customer service? Everyone works from home. It's not like you needed a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
Working from home with COVID, fine. But yeah, to watch that industry get a hard reset, I hope my friends that are in the industry can avoid it. Watching it get a hard reset is going to be one of the things that I will be happy to see it burn in.
Okay, so give the loan update. That's why you're ranting about that.
Yeah. So one, our house didn't appraise for what it should have appraised for because they didn't take the closest appraisal that they could find to us was 38 minutes further away from town than we are. So everything they were finding was not convenient. All the land value was not accurate because we're 10 minutes from downtown Johnson. So these other people were way out in the boonies, and it wasn't taking into account the convenience of our place and whatever because it's so unique. So anyway,
and we sent him some better comps, and he still refused to change.
Yeah, he just kept the same thing, even though our realtor, who was solid, Chris,
would have upped it $50,000 to $75,000.
Yeah, $50,000 to $75,000, and they didn't. But fine. Then we
say, okay, God, we'll trust you that you're saying don't take out more money.
Yeah, because we know Jay likes to make it rain.
Because Jason's already buying more expensive cows.
Jay likes to make it rain, so he gave us what we needed, not what we wanted, right?
Yes, thank you, God.
So, anyways, now we're in this phase with the title. Now, we just did our title last year, and it's been a week. Nothing.
The banks tried calling.
I mean, dude, it is awful. I would just fire them all. Taking a list of name of companies that I will never use again.
Yeah. So what? So they have a couple of them have COVID, and they're can't
Working
guarantee
from-
when they're
yeah.
going to be back.
And it's like nothing you do requires you to
and
be in
everything
person.
else is in place, and they just need this title in hand to wrap it up.
Right. So we're hoping to close next Friday if they get it on Tuesday, because guess what? Every bank takes Monday off for what? Juneteenth.
Really?
Yes, Monday is a banking holiday.
Oh, it
For
is a federal
Juneteenth.
holiday now, isn't
If
it?
it happens on Saturday, the banks take Friday off. If it happens on Sunday, they take Monday off.
Oh, that's crazy.
Juneteenth, which I have officially
Your former birthday.
my former birthday. For those of you who don't know,
You get to be 49 a little bit longer.
I get to be 49 a little longer because
So we'll be
I
celebrating
have
Father's Day?
officially moved my birthday to 4th of July.
So we're celebrating Father's Day this weekend, but
Father's
not your
Day
birthday
tomorrow,
on Sunday.
and then sorry, on
So we're
Sunday.
not celebrating your birthday. Is that
No.
correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Don't act like you have anything planned.
I mean, I'm just wondering how much
Yeah,
effort.
yeah. I tell all the
whether
surprise
I have
people,
to do.
all the surprise party that they're not supposed to come on Sunday.
Abort.
Yeah, abort.
Don't
There's
go
not
home
even
anymore.
there's not a candle or a cupcake in the house yet. Don't you worry. It's only 50. It's just another year. The former Jason thought he would be in Tahoe, or in Alaska.
The Jason before he decided to have babies at the age of 49.
Yeah,
I think he would probably advise no one else to do that.
never do it.
Yeah. Adopt a 15-year-old.
Yes.
That's the advice from Jason. 49.
I would say probably adopt an 8-year-old. I think 8 is right.
8. Okay.
Even 5.
Old
They're
enough.
useful.
Old enough
Old
to,
enough, you're through all the stupid
but
stuff.
young enough to still mold a little
Yes.
bit. Alrighty. That's next. Up next.
So, anyways,
Because I don't know if we're doing this baby stage.
we're not
again.
doing this baby stage ever again. I'm going to say that on the record right now. I am done.
Okay, but just
I
ask
will
what,
never
ask what he
have-
was telling me like 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, take it
No,
with a grain of salt.
not unless, we got a lot of support from somewhere. So, a couple things that I want to go over since we're talking about the relationship. Lauren opened up the can of worms, so here it comes. Here it comes, right? So, it has been stressful. All this has been stressful. And I owe my wife, my family, the world an apology because I've been so overwhelmed and so behind and so frazzled by everything that needs to be done. And there is nothing worse. Woody has figured out how to work alone, right? He can get on a job site and he knows how to work alone. And because he's been doing it forever, he can still be productive. But I'll blow 90 minutes and fail when it would take me 5 minutes. I just need one hand. Hold this. Hold this. And of course I can't because Lauren is locked in the room of doom, the dark black hole of Anya's bedroom, where she spends 4 to 6 hours a day in the bedroom of death. Right? And I have not been processing this appropriately. So I have been very frustrated, and my wife has given me a lot of grace. And I've been praying to the Lord for patience. And I know
The prayer you never
you
ever
never
wanted
wanna
to
pray
have
for
to
that.
say.
but
That's the one prayer he
I need it,
advises
guys.
never.
I'm just out there, and I'm just all the negative self-talk is going. I'm ramping myself up because I'm freaking out there alone again, doing whatever. And Lauren is in the bedroom with Anya in the black room. And I am just like, I just need you to hold this, and I'll be free. I'll be free to move on to the next darn project. But it wasn't meant to be. I need to set less aggressive schedules and be more adaptable for things that take 10 times as long. And
I think it's
keep a
knowing
positive mental attitude.
knowing to pivot sooner.
Yeah.
and say, okay, this can't happen right now. No big deal. What project can I do?
'Cause I'm out there flailing, hoping that Lauren's going to look out the window and be like, "Oh, he needs a hand. He's out there moving something extremely handy."
And if I was
awkward."
at the window to see, I totally would have. But I was in the room of doom.
Oh man! Hey, Kristen, welcome.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Thank you.
But
for the
here I
offer. We
am.
will take you up on it.
We don't turn down offers of help.
No.
No, you'll be sorry you asked. But here I am, a pastor. You know, we talked about patience, and you know, here I am again, struggling with it and getting frustrated and getting angry. You know, and you know, I didn't take it out on the kids or anything like that, but I was definitely grumpy. I was definitely short, and you know, I'm ashamed of that. I'm ashamed of that, and makes me appreciate them all the more. That they like me and love me, even when my warts are showing and my thorns.
Well, that is what marriage and love is.
Yeah.
It's acknowledging the warts and the thorns and knowing that you have just as many warts and thorns yourself and loving through it.
Yeah. Claudia, it has not been.
I
down
don't think
here to
was
slow.
that was not the point of moving
Yeah.
down here to slow down. It
We
was
didn't
a
come down here to
lovely thought.
retire. That's what other people are doing. We came down here to plan start a mission that turned into a church that has turned into a full-on blitz to.
I don't think we knew that it would be quite this crazy, but
I mean,
I've also been I've been married to Jason for a couple years now. I know how things go, so I'm not surprised in the slightest that we are where we are.
Do you not sleep better at night knowing that we have?
Oh, 100%. I don't question.
When we watch
At
the
all.
news and thousands of cattle just died. Thank you, Woody. I appreciate that. Thousands of cattle just died
Yeah, the heat.
in Kansas. You know, somebody said 70 food plants have gone up. I have not seen the actual link with that data. I don't know if it's sensationalism. I don't know what it is.
I can't remember, some credible source sharing screenshots on Instagram yesterday, and it was like a list of all of them, and it was like into the 90s, I thought. But
Wow.
so
Food plants that are going up in flames, right? And you know, as well as the wheat shortage, as well as the breast milk shortage, as well as the tampon shortage.
yeah, all this, yeah.
You know you thought toilet paper was bad.
You're about to get a lot of crazy ladies
You know,
ravaging the stores trying
Yeah.
to. You took away their tampons and their formula.
yeah. Good luck.
Good luck, Mr. Biden.
Yeah. So, you know, so anyways, you know, it has been a sprint because the Lord has put on my heart. I feel like Noah, and he's saying it's about to start raining, and I can either rest or I can make progress. Because guess what? When there's no work anymore, when there's nothing else going on anymore, I'll have plenty of time to just chill.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly with everything, with how hard every day is right now, and kind of how your feet hit the ground in the morning, you don't stop working until very late at
11
night.
o'clock at night is when.
And
we're-
it's like literally nothing in the day is about me time, you know? And so there's certainly days and moments that it's like, you know, this is a lot, grumble, grumble. And I have to remind myself, and I'm able to remind myself that of why we're doing it and the blessing that we're able to do it.
The animals
Yeah.
really help me.
So it's
The
helped,
animals
it's
really
helped me
help
keep
me.
from resenting what we're doing.
Going
because I know
back
there's a
out there and
purpose.
seeing a cute moment with them, or having them be affectionate, or some breakthrough moment with one of God's creatures
Mhm,
helps you feel grounded to this and say, okay, it's worth it.
mhm.
You know, like today, after wrestling with those pigs in a monsoon, the worst possible weather and circumstance you could possibly do this in, we're having to do it because It's got to be done.
We had
because they have
started it. We had started the wheels turning on it. We couldn't stop.
And so for Peg and Al, after we just done something pretty scary to them by moving them, didn't hurt them at all, but you know,
Change.
slipping and sliding, being forced to do something they don't want to do. For them to instantly like forgive you and be like, "Go ahead, rub my belly." You know,
I think they immediately appreciated the upgrade.
yeah, I mean, they got in there and Peg just started running.
Peg was like,
circles.
"This must be heaven.
Yeah,
I think I made it to heaven."
and then they immediately redecorated.
Yeah, it's that nice green. What's your bet on how many days until the majority of that is mud?
It depends on the rain because they're not going to have access to as much water as we were getting.
But still, like turned up. I mean, they're rooting.
Yeah, they're gonna
A week? Less than that? Over,
2 weeks.
Over under.
2 weeks, and that place will look like
Will be tilled.
we tilled it,
Properly tilled.
which will be great. Because
Anyone want to come
We
garden?
can plant with any type of
Because
grass.
Lord
we
knows
want.
I'm not.
Yeah, so that's the other thing we got to talk about.
I'm
everyone.
not a gardener.
So
Not this year.
we appreciate everyone who's brought plants.
But if you want to keep what you've worked hard alive, don't bring them to me. Don't bring 'em to me.
Lauren
I appreciate it,
has
but don't.
no extra bandwidth.
No.
Charlie, our potato guy, you know, he has kept those potatoes alive. The potatoes are
He's doing great.
booming.
He's been over here.
He's been
in
over here in the
mornings.
morning as soon as it gets bright because it's cool. He's out there weeding the potato fields.
Oh, he's
by himself.
he's accidentally like uprooted some. So we have
We've actually got some
20?
harvest.
20 maybe. Like there's some like little baby ones, and then some that are like that big. But yeah,
We got
we will
potatoes.
document the first potato meal.
Yeah. So again, this lifestyle, this homesteading prepper lifestyle is epic. It's epic. It's great. It really is. It feels wholesome. You go to bed at night, you feel great. But it's really easy for it to spiral out of control on you and for it to become hell if you let it.
Mhm.
You know, having somebody to work with, setting up childcare, because let me tell you, it is so much easier to do it as a team than doing it solo. It just is, particularly construction projects, you know, and everything else. It just is so much faster and so much more efficient.
Mhm.
And, but this is all come at a huge cost to my spiritual life. I have not spent as much time in the Word.
Yeah, well, you haven't been able to do Bible study.
I haven't been able to do
I'm very
Bible
hopeful that now that I can be independent on milking, you can be back to being more consistent in the morning.
Yeah, my goal is on Monday is to do it while you're milking. I want to wait till you got them in there. And then after you separate them, just in case,
Yeah.
because the bull, Solomon, our bull, I think Gracie is coming to season. And, you know, so now
Karen, he was all up in Karen's
him
business.
and Karen had a love affair
Yeah.
for a solid week. And now he's all on Gracie. And so we'll see.
So the next step, I mean, so right now the dairy cows need to be in the field by the house. We're wanting to finish the back field so that the Angus, who we don't need to do anything with, just can go back there and leave us alone.
Yeah.
Because we're still having to get the dairy cows in and out. And
Yeah, we want to get pasture 2 done. It's our third project in the chamber. Right?
chicken coop,
So no, milk station,
milk station, chicken coop.
chicken coop.
Well, because we have 50 new chickens coming in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. These step-on fences that we got.
Yeah.
They're just plastic, flimsy poles that have a spike on the bottom and flimsy little step, and you step on them in the ground, and then you run wire through them. It's changed our life.
Jason was able to bang that out in like 10 minutes.
You can make movable panels, so we can take these pigs now, and as long as you weed whack around the hot wire, you can keep it won't short out. So you weed whack around the hot wire, put the stakes in, you run the cords through all the things, you hook up the solar powered thing, pound in the ridiculously long grounding rod, and you're good. and you can just move that and move it and move it and move it. And so what I'm going to do, is once the little pigos, the new ones, are as big as our current pigos.
You want to wait that long?
Well, we'll see, man. We'll give them.
That's a month
We'll
plus.
see how they are in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we'll see the result, what they do there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're going to move them out back to where the range is, because the range is getting, David bushwhacked it a little while ago, but it is out of control. So
Well, the biggest issue is that there's a lot of different vegetation back there,
concerned
and
that
Jason
some
ID'd some of them
poisonous.
as being toxic,
Yeah.
not necessarily to pigs, but other livestock. So
Yeah, pigs are able to eat a lot of poisonous stuff because
they're more like goats versus
they process
the more
it different.
sensitive.
They actually put it in their fat.
Okay, so
They put toxins to their fat.
is it okay for us to then eat?
I don't know, but that's how they can eat snakes.
Well, Al will be fine then because he has a
Yeah.
lot of fat to store it.
Al, I was on somebody's guinea hog page,
Yeah.
and they love their guinea hogs. And they say they're the best larders, the
That's
best
what you can tell.
fat and lard in the business.
We need names for these two new little ones. If you guys want to
I'll
chime
pull
in.
a picture.
So Jason had been thinking about continuing the theme of the Married with Children, Peg and Al, and then the kids. But Peg and that little dude there, the red wattle,
Will be
are going to be
husband
making
and
babies.
wife.
So that'd
They're
be
gonna
weird for it to be Peg and then Peg's
Bud.
son's name.
Yeah.
So
They're about probably getting ready to change the whole shebang.
or it can still be Peg and Al, or do you want to name him Al?
Now, I don't know. We got to see his personalities. Right now,
Right now,
his
he's
personality
lame.
sucks.
He's very nervous.
He's very shy right now.
You can tell the girl is she's confident, but he's got nothing.
I mean, she's pretty.
She's very cute. She's the best looking of all of them.
Well, she's got that interesting little marble coat.
Mhm.
She's like an Appaloosa or something.
So if you guys have name suggestions, chime in.
Yeah, we'll take him. So, so again, the male is on the left and the female's on the right. But outside of dealing with patients, and I haven't been in the Word or doing my studies as much, which has taken its toll on me as well. I have been banging out because I've been doing a lot of windshield time. I have been banging out John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Journey, Pilgrim's
I
Rest.
can't remember what you called
What is it called? Joe there.
it. You still liking it?
Yeah, it's great. It's really, really, really good.
I can't remember what is it about.
It's about the faith and
I'm remembering what you were saying.
Pilgrim's Progress.
Yeah.
And it's like doing one big parable.
hmm
The show is one big parable. The
Okay.
whole book is one big parable.
Would you recommend it? For
I
people
would.
to
I would.
listen to?
But I am more patient with older language than most.
Okay.
The old D&D nerd
How do you
and
get rid of it?
swords and sorcery nerd in me loves the thee thou'st,
Yeah.
the old English and all that. If you're a big fan of the King James Bible, you'll probably be cool with it. They have modern versions, but they've always been abridged, right, for the Audible.
Okay.
So I am going to go through both. So I'm going to do it
Compare.
Old English, and then I'm going to try to find the most in-depth modern English and see if it loses anything.
You're fine, Chris. Always stinks to lose power.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That's the next thing that we're going to have to solve is
The generator.
Yeah, because once we start having precious things in our freezer, we're not going to be able to sacrifice a power outage.
Yeah, the other thing we got was a dehydrator that I'd like to start using.
Yes, I am going to start using that I don't think the pigs will be getting necessarily quite as much milk since they're going to be away. So
Yeah.
I'll probably start having an extra gallon or two a day that I can practice dehydrating. I've seen that dehydrating milk is a much better way to store it than freezing it to maintain its quality. So we'll be trying that.
Yeah, the other thing that we're looking at is getting another Jersey, the dairy cow.
Why are you pulling this up right now?
I was just gonna throw some pictures out there. There you go. I'm always checking because at any time you never know what you're gonna miss. So, anyways, so yeah, we're really considering getting another Jersey cow.
Good night, Woody.
Night, Woody.
How expensive is it?
How much
Chris.
was the generator, Chris? That's the problem. Is it natural gas
Are you wishing we had
or
held
is
on
it
to ours?
Brayvon? No,
No.
$100 in parts. Yeah, yeah, but you're handy, dude. Your dad taught you everything, and he can do everything. So you got to remember who you're dealing with here. Mark One Motto, door kicker.
You're
medic.
losing. You're learning stuff.
I appreciate that, but I figure I got Woody. He just signed up. Woody will help us do
Yeah.
it. Poor Woody.
Woody's like, no.
No more
Tapped on
projects.
projects.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it without relying on you, Woody. I know.
Okay, and then go online and buy a second propane carburetor. We'll have to see. We don't. With where our loan is going right now, we're not going to have a ton extra on. It has to be very thought through on where the loan money is going.
I'll tell you what I want to get is I want to get solar before I get anything, and they'll finance it. We get solar, and we're done.
We're done.
Meaning that no matter what happens, we'll be able to funnel things, and it'll decrease on our electric bill. So, thanks, brother. So it doesn't matter if things go up because the solar's there.
Yeah. Solar's a lot more expensive than a generator.
It is. It is.
We have plenty of sunshine here, though.
No shortage of that. So,
So what are you going to do to get back with God? Back with your God
well, now
time.
that I'm
back
not worried about you getting trampled to death, our children getting trampled to death with the cows and the gen pop, I'm just gonna make sure that that time is used for that.
Mhm.
That I don't segregate it out and say, oh, I could get this part of the project done.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly, we are getting, right now, if nothing moved forward, the biggest problem we have is the coup.
Yes.
But even that is going to take weeks, a month or so, before those chickens are ready to even go outside. They're babies.
Yeah, but these meat birds grow faster.
Yeah, but 4 weeks, I think, would be an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Not 8 like we did last time.
Yeah.
So 4 weeks, so we got time, right, on that. The milk station will be most important in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, getting it set up and getting the basement set up and all that for you to process all this dairy stuff and start making cheese.
Yeah. All the things. Cheese is next. Ice cream. Ice cream's next.
Yeah, we need to get the ice cream machine.
Let's be real. Ice cream's next.
So anyways, that's I think tomorrow if we can get the concrete down. I think that's a great plan, Chris. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a great plan. My problem, buy produce from store and start canning. I agree with that, Russell. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, canning's another thing
I
we
was
need to
looking
learn.
at, I saw a different kind of canner online, and I'm trying to remember what kind it was. Was it a steam canner? That is supposedly more efficient. It was a new gadget that came out that people were I got to make sure that we figure out which way to do it because
We need to start just buying our canning jars and stuff.
yeah.
I need more places to put the milk.
Well, the freeze drying, man, you can freeze dry anything.
Mm-hmm.
You can freeze dry anything, and it'll last way longer than even being canned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just requires water to rehydrate.
Right.
You know, it basically turns everything into a mountain house.
Right.
You know, so, or like mac and cheese, you gotta boil it.
Right.
How are you doing? How are you holding up?
I'm good. I'm tired. Most days I can brush it aside, but I'm good. As I said, there's days that it's hard because you do go to bed and you're like, wow, there was no stopping, and not sure how sustainable it is, but I also know that where we are right now is not forever, so I can power through it. I mean, you touched on what was going on with us and you this week, so it's always hard when things are not quite in line with us or with you being happy with how things are. It's hard to manage.
Yep. Again, I think communication is the key there. Right next to you is big shoulder shoes.
There's a lot of stuff loaded on those shoulders, Chris.
Yeah, not a lot of
I'm
room
not
left.
sure there's any room for any of my stuff either.
The other thing that I have to figure out, and I'd love for you guys who are in the prepper world or homestead world, is, you know, I'd love to go to a butcher show or butcher school and learn how to butcher appropriately and start getting that gear together, because right now I'm hearing nightmares that people can't get book
Can't
dates
process their cows
for 6 months.
or longer, yeah.
And I don't want to run into that.
Yeah, so we were already planning on doing our own chickens. I've seen, and someone who, our friend the Parishes, who live about an hour away from us now, when they got their pigs, the farmer showed them how to butcher. So we were likely going to be tackling the pigs ourselves too. The cows are a much bigger undertaking. So I don't think initially we were thinking about doing the cows, but it might turn into that. But you need a tractor, you need a cool place to store them as they hang for a couple of weeks, and all the right equipment.
Yeah, you know, right now all I can do is I've got a 9,000-pound winch on my truck.
So it's being able to get height, and then the storage is our biggest.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Which that's going to be, I mean, that's the other side to this homesteading stuff is, and I mean, we're going to get a taste of it with the chickens the soonest, because these meat birds that we have coming, they're only about 9 to 11 weeks to get to slaughter processing age. So that's going to be, I mean, neither of us are hunters,
Right.
and kind of doing it in that volume too. So it's the side that you don't generally like to think about going into homesteading of the taking the life of the critters that you've been taking care of. So that's going to be an adjustment.
Yeah, I'm not going to enjoy it, but, it's part of the deal. And I'd rather do it as humanely as possible. Rather than, if I had to, it'd be great if I could do them here, so they didn't get scared and you go through all the other stuff. They're just there and then they're gone.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so we need to become more familiar with the slaughter options locally, the local butchers to see. We have a little bit of time.
Everyone I know says they know how to do it, but you need band saws to cut through these cows. I mean, their bones are no joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not a matter of that. It's a matter of cow's anatomy is very different, very big, and it's much bigger process. And you're dealing with over 1,000 pounds,
Hmm.
even for a small steer, or so that's a lot of weight, bro. To get up. And then, like you said, you got to have the hooks to hang it. You got to have a cooler to hang it,
Yeah.
or a walk-in freezer chest to hang it. All that
Refrigerator,
stuff.
yeah.
Refrigerator, yeah. And then you start aging it and going from there. And then you got to start cutting it. You got to learn how to cut your things. I mean, it's all very cool.
It would be not. I mean, the perks are making sure that you'd get your kind of cuts how you want them. I think the most disappointing thing that we had when we bought, what was that, a quarter? We bought a quarter
I
cow.
bought a quarter cow, which I wouldn't
And
recommend.
the steaks were like they had done them like so
It was a
thin, like
grass-fed.
worse than like your typical like diner
Yeah,
breakfast
it was
steak.
like a grass. It
They're-
was like a grass-fed dead steak.
Totally wasted it as far as
Yeah.
you want your steak.
So we
not your
told
steak.
them to hamburg everything
So-
outside of the steaks, and the steaks were like that.
Like, why would you do that? So, I don't know how much you can request of the butchers for custom cuts, but so having control over that would be nice. So we'll be able to practice with the chickens. We'll likely get some practice with the pigs before we would have to consider the cows,
Right.
other than one. I mean, we could get in line in slaughterhouse and cancel, I guess, but
Well, that's what happened is that they're having a lot of no-shows, and it's really screwing up the system.
yeah.
Talking to cattlemen,
Hmm.
out there.
Yeah.
Flash freezing isn't a bad thing either. When you're cutting it,
Right.
instantly
Yeah.
freezing it.
Yeah. Hey, Reno.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
PETA Biden Animal Control. Oh my goodness.
You moved to the wrong state, bro. You say that stuff, and the neighbors are coming for you. No amounts of pizza paddles are going to help you there. But yeah, we're so anyways, that's everything that's going on. I feel like we're really close to being straight, and now I think we pick up a Jersey, so we have 3 milk cows.
So this Highland, you never really finished.
Yeah, so we
Sharing
want
about
to
this
start breeding
Highlands.
Highlands. Every prepper I talk to is going to Highlands, Dexter's.
The Highlands are good on the back of our property. So we have 44 acres, but the majority of it is not good farmland. And the Highlands actually love the kind of forage that's on the back. So the thought is if we can have them clear out a lot of the shrub stuff that was left after they logged the back property, then we put the pigs out there to till the soil, and then we can plant grass and kind of just have more control about what goes on in the back, and either make more pasture on the hills or replant it with things that we want there, not the shrubbery that is
Right.
taking
so
over everything.
the plan right now is to send the Highlands out there because they eat trees, they eat bushes, they eat it all. Have them clear out the back 3 hills on our property.
Mm-hmm.
And then put pigs out there after them, behind them, and have them rototill it, and then grass it, and then plant what permanent things we want on there.
After the expense of the grass seed for the little area
Yeah,
in the
but that was
backyard,
ridiculous, yeah.
I don't want to think about what it's going to cost to seed an entire hill, but
Well, those who like the stuff with wrapped and whatever, you just
Fancy.
throw
yeah.
regular seed on there and you let them go.
I think one of the coolest things about farming and working with these different kinds of animals is seeing God's plan and thought in how all of these animals
How
work
intelligence is
together and how kind of one thing benefits the other, and we can all, he made them so that we can use them to benefit us, by turning up the soil for us and fertilizing it and all of these. And it's so beautiful to watch it all work together. And it's like, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what God intended. So it's very neat. It's such a separation from that people don't have anymore. We're so removed from it. And so having this opportunity to see them all, it all working together, it really is an opportunity to see God's hand in it. It's very cool.
Yeah, and to see that spark in them, all of them. It's really, really, really cool.
Oh, thanks,
Thanks,
Chris.
Christopher.
You're doing it too with your cows.
Yeah, your house is infinitely better than ours, brother. And your barns and everything else. Everything we have here is bare bones. It works right now, and we're just putting everything into the animals, and to creating things that reproduce, that create life. Because as you guys saw, we were going to talk about this. The housing market's going to blow. The layoffs are coming. Bad things are coming, guys. Real bad things are coming. I've been calling all my friends, and I'll tell you what, right now, make sure you get your 90 days food. Make sure you get your Berkey water filters and be ready to move and have a place that to go. Thanks, Christopher. I appreciate that. And then everyone should be growing potatoes in 5-gallon buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no reason not to be growing potatoes. They're ridiculously easy. If Lauren hasn't killed them,
well, thank God for Charlie. Because I'm kind of killing the ones that I said that I was doing. So
Yeah.
He's like, your flowers have been eaten up. Oops. I didn't know.
She's the angel of death when she goes back.
I've been keeping my animals alive. Animals and kids and husbands. They're all alive. They're all happy.
They're all happy. That's good.
Plants, whatever.
Plants can't scream.
Whatever. They would be screaming right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
God bless Charlie.
Yeah. But we don't either, man.
I would love to. I have such aspirations, and I'm hopeful. Maybe
Yeah,
next year.
right
And
now, our kids are just.
I had
man.
to not get upset about it this year, because I knew that with the visions that I had, and I know my personality, that if I was not being a perfect gardener, that I would let it really bother me, and I just had to.
Your video or your reel where you posted, because everyone's showing all these showcase gardens. It was the best. It was the best content I think you've made maybe ever. It's like everyone else is showing this stuff that could be on Home and Garden magazine, and you're like, I figured I'd show you ours, and it's bad.
Yeah.
We weren't even able to grow basil this year.
No, the basil's hanging in there. We just use it too often for it to get big. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. If you say so.
I'm saying so.
I'll pull it up for a bit because they haven't seen it yet. Their Instagram.
No, the basils really are. They actually are surviving. Jason loves his caprese, so I'm plucking like.
It's summer.
poor
Tomatoes
things.
and caprese I would live on them.
I'm plucking these things
Throw a
to death.
steak
They
in there
cannot
and-
keep up.
Throw a steak in there and I'm good.
Group of people I have in place, some grow, and I do protein. That's essentially what we've gotten into, Chris. That a lot of our friends, they don't have the land to do the animals. Some of them have chickens. But yeah, so we've got the dairy and the meat and the eggs, and someone else can do the vegetables.
All right, where is it? Is this it?
No, that one was
Okay. You guys get to see this. This is Lauren at her best.
Are you going to have the audio?
I think so. All right. So this is Lauren. I gotta hold on. I gotta start it over because I didn't click the bubble. So we go back, go forward. These are the weeds that I'm trying to figure out if they're poisonous or not. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, I have been seeing all of these beautiful Instagram gardens, so I'm so excited to show you mine. Hey guys, I have been seeing all of these beautiful Instagram gardens, so I'm so excited to show you mine.
Look at that. What is that? Oh, God.
Hey guys, I have been seeing all of these beautiful Instagram gardens, so I'm
Looks like just like everybody else's, right? Isn't that the stage that everyone else is in? The hopeful containers, the bag of fertilizer.
So, Reno, the red flag laws, I'm not for them at all. Red flag laws are unconstitutional. The Supreme Court has already said they are. They get rid of due process, and I'm completely against it. And I have been arguing with people nonstop, people I care about that are smart, who see common sense gun control as common sense, and I show them it's not common sense. I show them that every life lost to gun violence is terrible. It's terrible. But guns are our check and balance, the ultimate check and balance against the government. And if we didn't have them, we would be Australia or Canada or anywhere else in the world. We are free people because men have guns. And because the government is afraid of men with guns. Because it is the ultimate check and balance against the government. It's in the government's best interest for survival and corruption to chip away at it, to take away things. I do not think there should be any restrictions on that. I think you should be able to buy a machine gun if you want a machine gun. I don't have a problem with it. And I don't understand what people don't understand about how they can't comprehend shall not be infringed.
Well, it's not absolute, right?
Well, it is absolute.
According to our wonderful
Yeah, all
president.
those Republicans are retiring. They've all been bought and paid for. None of them, other than freaking Susan Collins or whatever in Maine, who's just a bag of useless, and what is it? Is Murkowski in on this one too? I don't know. But I saw that there was a guy from Texas. He's being booed off the stage in Texas now.
Yeah, I can't remember what.
And it's political suicide for anybody on the right. And, I was, and I may be open to extended background checks for 18-year-olds who want to purchase an AR.
What would that mean? Extended background check.
Maybe a psychological screening or, interviewing people to make sure that they're sound mind judgment. Because you don't have a track record for them like other people. And again, I'm not saying I would vote for it. I'm just saying out of all of them, I think that is the one that has the best chance. Makes the most sense.
Do you think the like having a delay on kind of purchase time? I know that's one of the things. Like these people who say like these active shooters, if they buy a gun the day before or whatever. You're right.
I think that's naive to think that they couldn't wait a week.
Right.
Or 2 weeks or a month or whatever it is, right? I mean, if you're that dedicated, if you're willing to die for it, if you're going to go out there,
Yeah.
you're going to jump through whatever hoops you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to make it 21, then everything has 21, and I wouldn't let service members serve at 18 anymore. I'm not willing to take away the rights of 18-year-olds when every major war that we've ever fought was decided by 18-year-olds. You know, the freedom, the blanket of freedom that we sleep under, and the society that we were gifted to was earned with 18-year-olds' blood. I think it's a disgrace that they can't drink. I think it's a disgrace that they're not. Either you're a man or you're not. Right? You're either a full-grown person or you're not. And if you want to say, hey, studies show, whatever, fine. Then you're a child until you're 21. Which the last thing we need is more children, longer endorsed children.
Yeah, it is.
Guys are children of the 35.
Yeah, it is interesting that the age limits don't line up on so many things. So pick one and stick to it.
You know, and you know, again, I had a very thoughtful conversation with a man I truly respect, I truly love. He's one of these people who's open. He comes into the argument with all the talking points of the left. Not that he's not a lefty, he just wants something done. And I said, you got to look at it this way. You know, those 21 lives are horrible. All these other things are horrible. How many millions of lives will be lost if this check and balance is taken away and the government turns tyrannical? Right? That's the cost they don't see.
Right.
You know, and it is a slippery slope. Why would you ban ARs when more people die by handguns?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
It's
they're
the
gonna say,
open
well,
door.
This, then that.
It's the open
You
door.
know, and then he's like, well, I don't think anyone needs to have more than 10 rounds. And I'm like, for self-defense, maybe you're right. But look at every cop who's ever been in a firefight. They blow through magazines like it's going out
Well,
of
and
style.
look at all of the active shooters.
Right.
That wouldn't have mattered if you had a 10-round mag or more or
He coulda
less.
had, when you go after
Yeah, they coulda
grade
just- yeah.
school kids, he could have had a machete and he would have killed just as many kids because he's dealing with people who are so much smaller and can't defend themselves.
And police who didn't do what they were supposed
And
to do.
police who didn't do what they were supposed to do. So I am not willing to touch a single gun thing until we do everything before that. Like if you want to have a conversation on them, then you need to harden the schools, higher arm this, arm people in the schools, train teachers, train everyone to active shooter, enforce the laws on the books, hold the government responsible, like Parkland. Those cops who did not go in should not have a job.
Right.
Everyone who didn't do the right thing should be gone, right? Stop hiring affirmative action, kinder, gentler cops. You need to have warriors in there, right? Stop making them do diversity training and gender fluidity training and have them doing more active shooter training and more combatives training and more things that are going to cause them to be a higher skill profession that causes them not to kill innocent people
That
because
makes
they're
it
overwhelmed.
scary.
Yeah, exactly. You're right, Reno. You're right. Totally is. But that's it for us tonight, guys. I am tired. Lauren is tired. And
I have a garden to tend tomorrow.
yeah. What are you going to do tomorrow? Shovel
I'm
gravel?
shoveling gravel.
Shoveling 2 tons of gravel
Yeah.
and then raking it.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then we're going to pound some steaks tomorrow while the ground's still wet so we don't pound it into that again,
Okay.
which is like cement.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Well, it should be wet enough after today.
Yeah. So, all right, everyone. God bless you. We love you guys. Remember, no service this week. I'm not even doing virtual. I'm taking it off.
Good for you.
And I'm not going to blow up my Saturday. I'm going to enjoy this weekend, spend my time with my family, get into the Word for myself, recharge, and come back at it next week. And next week, I will have a men's message.
Nice.
God bless you. See you on Monday. Love you guys. Strength and honor.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Have a blessed weekend, guys.
Last weekend. Be deliberate. Get stuff done.
Good night. Good night.